Welcome back to another video. I want to showcase the difference between text to CAD and text to 3D. And the case study will be with an aluminum profile. So we see it over here, 45 by 45 millimeters. And I'm gonna start initially with zoom. So we see it over here. I will go and click on start designing. I already generated various aluminum profiles before this. But now I want to generate the following profile. So I'll copy the name. I will remove the proprietary elements. So this will be the aluminum profile. And I will click submit. We're going to see how that profile will be generated. Now, previously I generated the following 30 by 30 profile. So initially this was the input. And we see that this was just an extruded square. Afterwards I added B-type, and this was the output. So the overall shape is good, but it doesn't have the internal groove and cutouts. Afterwards I added that groove, B-type, and the output was this. So over here we have something that is not manufacturable. So we see that interior cutout. Also it's not a good profile. This is again a simple extrude. And let's see the one that I generated now. If I'm gonna zoom in onto that profile, we're gonna see that it will look like this. So again, it's not a good design, especially over here onto the sides. We're gonna see that the cutout will be so close to the edge that this corner part will just be unusable, and you cannot manufacture that. So let's do some changes within that profile. I'm gonna add the following input over here. So for the text, I will hit submit. And we're gonna see that the generation will be quite fast. So we see for this aluminum profile, I didn't specify any type of profile over here, just 14 by 14, and I think that this will give me a rectangular shape output. Let me remove that and just add aluminum profile. And again we have this B-type. So this is the prompt. Let's take a look at that. So we have that profile, and we have the following cutout. Let me change that prompt. Keep in mind that currently Zoo is under public beta, so it will get updated within the following period. And this will be the output. At least this cutout is, let's say, manufacturable, even though it's not what it should be. But if you're going to compare that with this one, that is let's say a step forward. Now I will jump to CSM, and over here you're gonna see this input aluminum profile 45 45 10 millimeter groove, and this will be the output. I have the possibility to generate a 3D model for this, but let me just change this to aluminum profile 45 by 45 type B. Let me add millimeters. We see over here that it added the dimension, even though over here that is quite weird. So the annotation is 45 45 10 millimeters over there. And let's see, the new generated profile will be this one. It is quite interesting. I have the possibility to generate a 3D model for this. I will hit submit. And we're going to see that now the model will will start process. And I want to go back over here to the 3D asset, because over here I added an image of that profile, which is this one. And let's take a look at the mesh output in this case. I see that the mesh is still being generated. So we see the status over here. So these two are currently within the queue. I also want to go and use a different generative AI tool. I can hit generate. And we're going to see the processing over here, so around 20 seconds. And this will be the output shape. So we see over here that it added additional geometry, and it has this different profile. So it should actually be a square, but over here we have those sides added. I can also hit generate, and this will generate the 3D mesh. Let's see if within a secondary processing that profile will be better defined. And we have the following output, so this is quite off. I think that the overall perspective over here is quite tricky for the AI tool. So let's try a different profile, which will be an image. Over here, this is an isometric render. So let's try something maybe like this one. Overall, for all of these profiles, mostly you're going to have access to renders. So I'm going to add that one. And I will go within Trellis and I want to replace that image. So I'm going to hit generate. We see the masking over here within the input. And let's see if the generative AI will better understand that profile that needs to be generated. Okay, so we have the following output. So the profile in this case over here, this is better, but we also have another one added. And we can extract the GLB, and this will start to the processing. And later we can download either GLB or we can download the Gaussian file format for this. So let's see in the meantime if this was processed. So this is still being generated. Okay, and I have the possibility to download the GLB file. Okay, so once download multiple files, allow, and this will be the output. For all we see, this is the main difference between generative AI towards 3D models and CAD models. So over here we don't have any symmetry. This is actually just a mesh. If I'm going to zoom in, you're going to see that it will look like that. So basically the geometry over here is made from multiple triangles. We see those triangles over here. In this case, they are made from quads. So we have 4 sides, 4 points, and 4 edges that are joined together. While if I'm going to jump over here to this software, this will give us a symmetrical shape, like we can see it over here. And also we can download this as a step file, while within the other solution we're just going to have models that are made from mesh, so no CAD models. Okay, so this was the comparison between text to CAD and text to 3D. If you enjoy this kind of content, you can consider to support me. So you're going to find the link in the video description at Buy Me a Coffee. And I will also add a similar video over here onto the left side and a subscribe button to the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.